Hello there. My name is Elowen Vance Sterling. Can you guess how old I am? I am 104 years old. That is a very long time to be alive. I have seen the world change in so many ways. I've seen many leaders come and go. But do you know what? The most important thing I learned in 100 years is it is not how to make money. It is not how to be famous. It is knowing when to keep your mouth shut. You see, words are like birds. Once you open the cage and let them fly out, you can never catch them again. I learned this the hard way. When I was younger, I talked too much. I told people my dreams, my money secrets, and my mistakes. And every time I did, those words came back to hurt me or make me sad. We live in a world where everyone wants to shout. Everyone wants to tell their story on a big screen. But the wisest people are the ones who know how to sit quietly. As we get older, silence becomes our best friend. It is how we stay strong. Today, I want to share 5 secrets with you. These are things you should never tell your friends, your cousins, or even your neighbors. These are things you should keep deep in your heart and take all the way to the grave. Being brave is good, but being quiet is smart. If you're ready to learn how to be wise and peaceful, stay with me. I am Elowen, and this is our quiet hour. Let's begin. If these words touch your heart, please tap the little thumb up and join our family by clicking subscribe. It helps an old lady know she's still being heard. Now, let us begin. The first secret you must keep is this: never tell people your big plans. Just do the work and let them see the result later. Let me tell you why. Many years ago, when I was much younger, I had a beautiful dream. I wanted to open a small shop called the Sterling Pages. It was going to be a quiet place filled with old books and the smell of sweet tea. I could see the wooden chairs and the sunlight hitting the floor. It made me so happy just thinking about it. But then, I made a big mistake. I told my father, Thaddeus. He was a very serious man who worked with wood and hammers. When I told him my dream, he didn't smile. He said, "Elowen, that is a silly idea. People don't want books. They want bread and shoes. You will lose all your pennies." Then I told my friends. They laughed and said, "You running a business. You're too quiet for that. Slowly." Their words started to feel like heavy stones in my pockets. I began to believe them. I thought, maybe my dream is silly. So I stopped trying. I put my dream in a box and hid it away. Many years later, I walked past that same old building. Someone else had opened a shop there. It was busy and full of happy people. My heart felt heavy because I knew that could have been mine. When you tell people your plans, they often give you their fears instead of their help. Your brain thinks you have already won, so you stop working hard. From now on, keep your dreams in your heart like a tiny seed. Water it in silence. Only show the world when it is turned into a beautiful flower. Remember, a plan shared is a plan that might never happen. The second secret is one that can change how people look at you. Never tell people how much money you have. Money is a strange thing. It can help people, but it can also make them act very differently. Let me tell you about my old friend, Clarence P. Whitaker. Clarence was a very kind man who worked at a bank in a city called Savannah. He worked hard for many new years. He lived in a small house, wore simple clothes, and saved his pennies in a big glass jar. By the time he was old, he had a lot of money. He was proud because he didn't have to worry about buying bread or tea anymore. One night, at a big party, Clarence was very happy. He told everyone, "I am set for life. I have more money than I could ever spend." He thought his friends and family would be happy for him. But soon, his phone started ringing every single day. His nephew, Jedediah, called and said, "Uncle Clarence, I need some money for a new car. You have so much. Can you give me some?" Then his neighbors called because they wanted a new roof. Even people he hadn't seen in years came to his door asking for help. Clarence was too kind to say no. He gave and he gave. But a sad thing happened. Once the money was gone, those people stopped calling. They didn't come to visit him or bring him flowers. They didn't love Clarence. They only loved his heavy purse. When people know you have money, they stop seeing you. They only see a wallet with legs. They might get jealous, or they might stop working hard because they think you will always catch them when they fall. So, here is my advice. If you have a little, or if you have a lot, keep it to yourself. If someone asks how you're doing, just smile and say, "I have enough to get by." Keep your purse closed and your heart open. That way, you'll know who your real friends are. The third secret is a hard one to learn. Never tell everyone about your pain or your boo-boos. I know it feels good to talk when we are sad or when our bodies hurt, but most of the time, it is better to stay quiet and stay strong. Let me tell you about Adelaide B. Thorne. She was a very dear friend of mine from a place called Boston. When Adelaide was young, she was a famous piano player. Her music sounded like falling stars, but as she got very old, her fingers began to hurt. She could not play the piano anymore, and her back always felt heavy and sore. Adelaide started to spend all her time talking about her pain. Every time someone came to visit, she would say, "Oh, my knees hurt so much today," or "I didn't sleep at all because of my back." She thought she was being honest, but she forgot something very important. Everyone has their own pain. Everyone has a heavy bag they're carrying. When you always talk about your troubles, you make other people feel heavy, too. Soon, Adelaide's friends stopped visiting. They didn't want to leave her house feeling sad every time. They missed the lady who played the piano and told funny stories. If you are hurting, talk to your doctor. Talk to your husband or your wife. Talk to the people who can truly help you fix the problem. But to everyone else, be the person who brings light into the room. People are like flowers. They turn toward the sun, not the storm. When you stay positive, people will respect you. They will see your strength instead of your sickness. Remember, your pain belongs to you. Do not let it become the only thing people see when they look at you. Keep your heart quiet and let your smile be your loudest song. The fourth secret is about the things that happened a long, long time ago. Never tell everyone about your old mistakes or your secrets from the past. We all have things we wish we hadn't done, but once you tell someone, you can never take the words back. Let me tell you about Genevieve Sinclair. She was a very fancy lady who lived in a big, beautiful house. But Genevieve had a secret from when she was a young girl. Back in 1940, she did something that made her feel very ashamed. For 50 years, she kept that secret locked tight in her heart. One afternoon, over a cup of warm tea, Genevieve told her secret to a friend named Beatrice. She thought, Beatrice is my friend. If I tell her, my heart will feel lighter. But Beatrice was not a good keeper of secrets. She told one person, then that person told another. Soon, the whole town knew. People started to look at Genevieve differently. They whispered when she walked by. They didn't see the kind old lady anymore. They only saw the mistake she made a lifetime ago. Genevieve's heart was broken, and she wished she had stayed silent. You see, people love to talk about other people's mistakes, even if you have changed and become a wonderful person. Some will still use your past to hurt you. They use your secrets like a stick to poke you. Your past is like a book that has already been read. You don't need to open it for everyone to see. If you have done something wrong, say sorry to the people you hurt, and then say sorry to yourself, but keep it buried deep. Your old mistakes do not belong to the world. They belong to the past. Keep your history quiet so you can walk into the future with your head held high. The fifth and final secret is about other people. If someone tells you a secret, you must take it to your grave. When a friend tells you something special, they're giving you a gift. They're saying, I trust you with my heart. If you tell anyone else, you break that heart. Let me tell you about my cousin, Archibald Vance. We call him Archie. Archie had a best friend he had known since they were little boys. One day, his friend told Archie a very big secret, something he was very afraid of. Archie promised to keep it safe, but one night, Archie was sitting by the fire with his wife, Dorothy. He thought, it's okay to tell her. She is my wife. We share everything. So he told her. But Dorothy told her sister, and her sister told the whole neighborhood. When Archie's friend found out, he was so sad. He cried and said, Archie, I gave you my trust, and you threw it away. He never spoke to Archie again. Archie is over 100 years old now, and he still misses his friend every single day. He lost something he can never get back, all because he couldn't keep a secret. When you keep a secret for someone, you're like a strong box with a golden key. People will know they can trust you. They will respect you because they know their heart is safe with you. That is a very rare and beautiful thing. I am 104 years old now. I've seen many things, but these 5 lessons are the most important. Keep your plans, your money, your pain, your past, and other people's secrets locked away. Most people talk too much. They give away their power, but not you. You will be wise, you will be strong, and you will be quiet. Before you go, I would love to hear from you. Which of these 5 secrets was the hardest for you to learn? Write a small letter to me in the comments below. I read them all. Thank you for sitting with me during our quiet hour. Stay wise, stay silent, and stay strong. I am Elowen Vance Sterling, and I will see you next time.